Okay, you guys ready for your first act this evening? He and I were talking as he got here. I did not know this. He has some Delaware history. He was actually a morning guy at WDLR. And now he is back. He's now a touring comic. He will be in Savannah, Georgia next week. He's all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, the very funny Greg Smrdel.
All right, everyone good? All right. Well, I live in Cleveland now, and before leaving the driveway, I plugged Delaware into the GPS. The lady said, "Really?" No one's ever asked to go there before. So. But we made it. We're here safely. It's nice to be here. As you just heard, my name is Greg Smrdel. I am the second of 4 middle-aged white guys you're going to see tonight, so welcome to diversity night here at the Strand. Got kind of an interesting crowd, I'm noticing. Got like a little 10th grade algebra student right over there. Row behind him, we got like, what, the Real Housewives of Delaware or something. Look at this guy down front, he's laughing. The Andy Griffith Show fan club right there. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Make TV in color now. You might want to check that out. But unlike Jeff and Bill and Chuck, you're going to see a little bit later on, I really have no burning desire to be a comedian. It's just that I live with a wife and 2 teenage daughters, so I just travel around looking for places where I can do the talking. So that's why I'm here. But I'll tell you, Delaware, I did. I used to work here. Lived in Westerville, worked here, did morning at WDLR, also did some time down at WMNI and the Blitz, before it was the Blitz, so I know the area a little bit. And I'll tell you, it's nice to be here, because it sure as hell beats where I was last week. Last week I was in a little place called Possum Trot, Kentucky. Yeah, to give you an idea kind of what kind of town this was, first thing I saw when I got there was a hearse pulling a bass boat. So. And I gotta tell you, the only place I've ever been where per person more tattoos than teeth. Honest to God. I mean, even the blind guy had a tattoo. How does that work exactly? Walks into the place, yeah, let me see that braille book of tattoos. Think I'll go with the little boy peeing on the Ford logo, or the naked Helen Keller. Just guessing, I don't really know if that's how that works or not. But anyway, I'm doing the gig, and I had some new material I wanted to try out, but I didn't know it real well, so I pulled out some notes, you know. Guy in the back of the room yells out, "Look at him up there showing off! Read!" So it's nice to be back with people who walk upright again, that's all I'm saying. You know, I was down in this area not too long ago. I was in Marion, which isn't far from here, right? I was down there for a wedding. Well, actually, the wedding got called off at the last minute when the bride went into labor. Now, what a shame, too, because when she was walking down that aisle and her water broke, completely destroyed that camouflage wedding dress. But I am required to let you folks know that tonight is my wedding anniversary. Thanks for caring. I don't know, I guess the day went okay, I guess. Up until the point we exchanged our gifts anyway. See, I told her I wanted something that was going to make me look a little sexier, you know? She got me Slim Fast! Yeah. And she said, "I'll be using this box of wine to make you look sexy in the meantime." You know, I know I'm not a good-looking guy, I get that. But before sex, does she really need to give herself a roofie? I mean, that's just a little over the top if you ask me. But I gotta give her credit, she did try. She went to the store back home called Ambiance, the store for lovers. And I have no idea why I looked at you when I said that. You're a handsome man, sir, that's all I can say. Hey, where you folks folks aware Depends now comes in a G string? Because I had no idea. Now, she told me in all the years we've been together, I've never given her a cute little nickname, and that's what she wanted. Folks, I tried. I promise I did my very best, so I'm going to ask your opinion, okay? Can you guys think of a better nickname for the mother of 4 than Mofo? She didn't care for it. I happen to be in Delaware tonight. I don't know, truth be told, I really have no business being out of the house tonight. I really should be back home harvesting my crops on Farmville. Not as bad as my wife, though. I gotta tell you, she's obsessed with the game. As a matter of fact, Sunday, she got up at 11:45 in the morning, all pissed off because her crops were dead. Yeah, I felt it my duty to point out to her that, you know, farmers don't sleep till noon, so. I love the 80-year-old people with the blank stares. Is that like a video game or something? But I gotta tell you, a big age difference between my wife and I. I am actually 18 years older than she is. When I graduated high school, she was not yet potty trained. That's true. But it's going to work out. It'll be fine. Because by the time she's my age, I'll no longer be potty trained. So. And you want to talk about embarrassing? You show up at the high school prom when you're 36 and your date's pregnant. Oh, it's a joke. You're stunned. She wasn't pregnant. She had the baby the week before. Joking about nicknames a second ago, we actually do have them for each other. She calls me her Mac Daddy. I call her my retirement plan. Here's the cool thing. Even her parents have gotten in on this little nicknaming game. See, they're a little bit pissed because I'm like, 5 years older than they are, so. Yeah. So they call me Mofo. Just for slightly different reasons. So I've got a friend of mine. He's got the easiest job in the world. He keeps stats for the Browns. This year he didn't even bring a pencil. We have any Browns fans here tonight? Man, I gotta tell you, I am so happy we got ourselves a new coaching staff, because last year I didn't know if we had an offensive coordinator or a choreographer. No, I'm serious, because every set of downs kind of went like this. It was like first down, second down, third down, kick. First down, second down, third down, kick. You didn't expect an old man to bust a move up here, did you? My wife came to bed last night wearing her Cleveland Browns jersey. Yeah, just her subtle little way of saying there's going to be no scoring going on tonight. Got another friend. He tells me his wife is bipolar. She's in a good mood one minute, bad mood the next. And I'm thinking, wow, I couldn't even imagine living like that. Having a wife who's in a good mood at least half the time. Let me just say this, if you're a guy and you're not laughing at that, it's because you're here with your wife. I now know who the boss of you is. Oh, man. The wife and I, we like to take a couple of vacations a year. As a matter of fact, we're leaving next week. She's going to Miami, I'm going to Hawaii, so that's going to be awesome. But she took me to Jamaica last year for my 49th birthday. So I said to her the other day, I said, so where are you planning on taking me for the big 5-0? She said, well, if things continue the way they're going, hospice sounds like a good idea. But she's also got a birthday coming up, and she's not real subtle either about what she wants, because she's all the time walking around the house singing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Here's what I don't get. This is what confuses me. Why is a girl's best friend shiny and costs thousands of dollars, but man's best friend has fleas and licks his balls? I mean, get that. been kind of a tough time around our house recently. I came downstairs the other morning and found one of our dogs dead on the kitchen floor. Now, at first I didn't think anything of it because when I found her, her eyes were rolled back in her head, her tongue was hanging out, she defecated on herself. And I'm thinking, well, after a decent night out in Delaware, that's kind of what I look like in the morning, so. But as it turns out, she was dead, and it could be. And you find out as time goes on, it's the little things you miss, Like, for example, I miss coming home every day, having her meet me at the door, smell my crotch, and then lay down on the floor so I could pet her belly. Ever since the dog died, my wife doesn't do those things anymore, so. I don't care. I like that joke, and I'm keeping it. I don't care. Made the mistake a few months back of taking my wife and son out golfing. We got to this one hole. There was water in the front. Ladies' tees were on the other side of the lake. So my wife said, well, I can hit from over there because I've got boobs. To which my son replied, well, if that's all it takes, why can't Dad hit from over there too? But I'll tell you what it did. It made me take a look at things. Now I went to the gym, got myself a personal trainer. But maybe I'm just a little bit too far gone. Maybe I'm just a little bit too old. But he said, Greg, don't worry about it. Everybody's got something called muscle memory. That right there, my friends, muscle amnesia is what that is right there. Came down 71 this afternoon. Saw this Prius, and on it was a bumper sticker that said vegan on board. And I'm thinking, right, like I need a bumper sticker to tell me there's a vegan driving a Prius? I'm guessing I wore black socks to gym class and got beat up every day in high school. It was just too big to fit on a bumper sticker. Personalized plates are getting out of control now, too. I don't know if you've noticed this or not. I saw a car the other day, a 1978 Ford Festiva Canary Yellow. Personalized plate. Says, pray I do. You got a 78 Festiva, what the hell are you praying for? Make it home safely, I guess. I don't know. Have any NASCAR fans? We're going to try this joke. Any NASCAR fans here at all? Yeah. A few of you? I used to be a fan, up until the point where I heard something disturbing during one of the races. The announcer yelled out, Jeff Gordon just blew a tranny! See, I knew he was gay. I think that's why they call his picture the Rainbow Warriors. I was watching TV the other day, and I saw this commercial. It's for a product called Clear Blue Easy Digital. Anyone know what it is? Usually the drunk girls know. It's a pregnancy test. Yeah, now their ad says 1 out of every 4 women will misread a traditional test, and that's why theirs will spell out the word pregnant if it's positive. Now I'm thinking, if you're that 1 in 4, what are the odds that reading actual words is going to be your cup of tea? This was crazy. I saw this in the news recently. Paul Anka. You guys know who Paul Anka is? He's back on tour. Honestly. Now, is it me or is it just a little bit creepy? There's going to be a 75-year-old guy up on stage in skin-tight leather pants singing "It's Having My Baby." But you got to give him credit, though, man. You got to give him credit. The girls, they're still throwing their underwear up on stage. They're adult diapers now, but they're still throwing them up on stage. You guys having fun so far? Yeah? All right. Tell you what, after the show, I got like a little souvenir. Let me tell you about these. They're little can koozies, and on one side it says girl's best friend on it. It's got a picture of a diamond. And on the other side, man's best friend, got a picture of a dog with some fleas. I sell them $3 a piece, 2 for $5, because, no one should drink alone. But I've got them in blue and I've got them in pink, and I'll tell you why. You know, we've had a lot of fun poking jokes and making fun of my wife. The sad thing is that my wife died about 14 years ago now of breast cancer. And she was the oldest living woman in her family, actually, when she died. She was 37. 2 years prior to that, her sister died. She was 36. Both of them actually buried about a mile from here at Oak Grove Cemetery. And their mother actually also died of breast cancer. She was 31. Their mother's sister was 29. My oldest daughter, Becky, is 26. We had her genetically tested. She has inherited the BRCA1 gene. 4 years ago, she had a precautionary double mastectomy. And my youngest daughter, Kaylee, is 19. We just found out 2 weeks ago she also inherited the gene. And I'll be back down here Monday, actually, at the James Cancer Center. We have her first surgeon appointment there, so her double mastectomy will be coming up this summer. Wow. So what we do is we donate the money from these koozies to the Stephanie Spielman Fund at the James Cancer Center. So if you'd like those, I'll be in the back after the show. $3 a piece, 2 for $5. And if you don't, that's fine too. Just stop by and say hi, okay? All right. I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm going to have to get out of here, but I do have one last little story I want to tell you. We had a birthday party out at our house a couple weeks ago, and my Uncle Joe was there. And we love when Joe comes to the get-togethers because he's got Parkinson's. Yeah. So we did with him what we always do. We put him in a corner by the bar, used him as the martini shaker. Oh, grow up! He's perfectly fine with it. As a matter of fact, he volunteers down at Home Depot as a paint can mixer. He's a great guy, he really is. You just don't want to end up on his team when you're playing Jenga. That's all I'm saying. But you know, before I leave the stage, I want to make sure I haven't offended anybody, so let me just say this. Before doing that joke, I went up to my uncle and I said, Joe, are you okay with me making fun of this? And he said, that's it for me. My name is Frank Smrdel. Thanks, guys.